Turn me loose. Quick it.
Do you guys know Arthur is still making new episodes?
What?
Yeah.
As long as Ziggy Marley is still singing the intro, that's all I care about.
Not sure about
If he's
that.
not, I protest.
DW about to get that ass clapped.
How's DW looking nowadays? She getting grown up yet?
We all know.
We know. We've had conversations about DW.
From the quick hit.
Look for that one in the future.
Look for the quick hit,
Sorry,
people.
Mom.
We're all DW fans.
But anyways,
That's a pretty good one.
during the season premiere of the most recent series, Arthur, on Monday, Arthur, Francine, Buster, and Muffy spent most of their time trying to play matchmaker for their third grade teacher, Mr. Ratburn. In the end, Mr. Ratburn has his own plans. He ties the knot with Patrick, a local chocolatier at a wedding attended by the students.
You think Mr. Ratburn is a top or a bottom? Patrick about to get that ass torn up. This is where we're at nowadays, people. We have a gay teacher on Arthur.
I'm not even mad.
Not mad.
I mean, I'm impressed that Arthur is still making new episodes, honestly.
that
Good
was
for
my
them.
take as well.
And destroying
I like how they made him a
adversity
teacher.
at the same time.
It's good they made him a teacher, not like something else. Like just the neighborhood
Just
guy
a
down the
decent
street.
profession, is what you're
Married a
saying?
chocolatier, that's pretty gay.
Now,
A
here's
chocolatier.
Yeah.
here's my real question about all this.
Okay.
They could have picked any character, not any character, but could have picked or made one up to be gay.
Yeah.
So Mr. Ratburn sounds like a rat, right? He's a rat.
Yeah.
So they made the gay character a rat.
He's got like a little gay mustache, so like it makes sense.
I remember Mr. Ratburn. He was like from the original,
Alan?
right?
Yes. He's
Yeah,
been
okay.
around for
He could
22
have made
seasons.
any
always was a little-
character.
he always was
Could have
a
made him
little
an
weird, but I don't think he
anteater.
was ever-
Could have made him
Seemed gay.
a
but-
bulldog. Could have made him anything.
I wonder if they like.
And you made him a rat.
What if they progressively made him gayer by each episode?
I bet they did.
Like all of a sudden, like this rat's wearing a
We need to-
scarf.
we need to do a
He's got
study.
the ass scarf on or whatever it is.
We're gonna
Like,
go back,
like,
review this.
yeah.
tape, and
What
study the
season
character
did they first indicate that? It was probably like season 16 or something.
How many seasons are there of Arthur? Now that's the question.
This
on
is
my
season
mind.
22, I believe you said.
arc. Something like that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you? Because I half-ass listen to you all the time.
Well, I appreciate you.
You know it.
Well, yeah, it's just a PBS. I wasn't big into like the VeggieTales or Arthur or like the PBS shows. They were too like trying to be educated and whatnot. But
What about
I
Magic School
saw a
Bus?
pretty good debate going online on the Twitter handle at @TurmyLoosePod for which show you preferred. Was it Dexter's Laboratory
Oof.
or Hey Arnold?
Oof.
And it just kind of got me going back to all the cartoons I loved. And I just kind of started to try to compare which of the networks I ranked like higher. Like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney. And I stacked it up. I was definitely a Nick kid, but Cartoon Network did have those slammers. But what were you guys? Were you guys more Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney?
Cartoon Network had the more like fucked up shows like Cow and Chicken, so I was Cartoon Network all the way.
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy, all of the good ones. Adult Swim.
I think Ren and Stimpy was Nick.
That was
but
Nick.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that just blew my mind a little bit.
I'm on the fence. I think when I was younger, Cartoon Network had better shows. Like
Did it?
Dexter's Laboratory was pretty early on.
That is true.
It
though.
was.
I thought
It was
there
in the
because
beginning.
It's Cartoon Network. Nickelodeon was more like Blue's Clues, and that's what I remember from Nickelodeon.
That's
Like,
a tough, like,
I was
Harold,
when I was a
So-
child. I was Nickelodeon. I watched all the Nickelodeon shows growing up.
100 Good Deeds for Eddie McDowd.
Stop bringing that back into the mix.
I'll bring it up every time.
Man, the Wild Thornberries,
Oh yeah, Wild Thornberries.
one of my favorite shows, bar none.
Ugh.
See, Hey Arnold and Dexter are like my.
Nigel Thornberry.
Those are two top tier shows. I don't know if I could pick.
I was an Angry Beavers guy. That is Nick,
That was a
isn't
good
it?
one, yeah.
Angry
But
Beavers.
I might have been
Cartoon
more of a
Network,
Nick
I
guy.
mean, they had Courage,
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Boom. You just brought me back. to
Ed,
Cartoon
and
Network.
Eddie.
Brought me back
Uh-huh.
to Cartoon Network. Duh, I was a Cartoon Network guy.
Which,
Lost faith. For
as
6
I was
seconds.
browsing the Turmy Loose Pod Twitter handle, I stumbled across another podcast, and it's these dudes, and they they like have a weekly podcast where they get drunk and they watch Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yep.
So shout out to them.
Hold on,
That's all I have to say. Because that's an amazing idea for a podcast. Like,
It really is.
you just get. I mean, there's got to be a lot of episodes.
Freaked me out.
That was a
There's that one
scary,
episode
super
where the
scary
guy is
show.
like looking for it's the Liquid Courage podcast at liquid_podcast.
Shout out. Good idea. for a
read
pod.
their description.
I just got out of it. Sorry.
Duh.
But there's the one episode where the guy is standing out in the field and he's like trying to get his
That's the
like,
most fucked up
Egyptian
episode.
like slab back or whatever.
Yeah, that's one
oh
of the
my
scariest
god, it
things.
gave me nightmares.
You cannot get this one.
You can quote the fucking episode.
All right, so the Liquid Courage podcast. We break down every episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog in the most insightful and intoxicated way. Check us out. They're not affiliated with Courage the Cowardly Dog in any fashion.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
It's a good podcast. Check them out. It's really funny. I don't know. I like the OG episode, the first 15 minutes episode ever played. I remember when it first aired. And it's like, here's this new show. Check it out after some other show.
Yeah.
And it was the episode of the, was it the chickens?
Cow and chicken?
No, not cow and chicken. It's the chickens that came down from
Oh,
the
the-
heavens.
Oh, the evil alien
Yeah,
chickens?
they're like ducks or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're
Yes.
talking
And that,
about.
like, those eyes of those ducks, like, haunted me for the longest time. And it just was like, I need this show. Or the cat. Mr. Cat.
It just gave me weird vibes.
Yeah,
The whole show's a weird
Yeah,
vibe.
it's
But I love
very
it.
like the creators were on some stuff.
Billy and Mandy.
I think gun to my head, I'm picking
Gillsworth.
Nickelodeon.
I can't know his name.
Gun to my head, I'm going Nickelodeon.
I was definitely I rattled off like
Rocket Power, come
a
on.
couple. Yeah, Rocket Power. There are a couple other ones. Cat Dog, Doug, Fairly Odd Parents.
SpongeBob.
How much were you guys big into the Powderpuff Girls?
I actually was.
Yeah.
Low key, like.
Duh.
Oh,
Jojo.
I still say it to this day.
All right. So maybe
Best-
that
they had the
wasn't-
best
the
villains.
Powerpuff Girls, then like you're just lying to yourself.
So nobody was
Seriously.
in. I could only think of one Disney show that I actually watched, and that was That's So
Disney?
Raven.
Even Stevens.
Get out of here.
Oh,
exactly.
even Stevens.
Kim
is
Possible?
glorious.
I didn't get the
Kim
Disney
Possible.
channel.
I don't want to
from all
discount the greatness that was Disney at that time,
I would have never known what a naked mole rat was. if it
and the
wasn't for
Disney
Ron.
Channel original movies. Come on,
Ron Stappable.
Ron Probable.
I only heard the stories of Disney Channel.
Disney Channel had some slayers in their day.
Dude, those Disney
Sweet
Channel
Life of
original
Zack and
movies.
Cody.
What was that? Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off.
Oh, yes, the show where
You love that.
Yeah,
movie.
I know what you're talking about.
he blows his dad's mind because he cracks eggs in both
I don't want to
hands.
play baseball. I want to cook an
Dad-
omelet.
Dad finally gets it and he just watches his son crack eggs in both of his hands. Impressed.
We might have to do a throwback 90s pod.
Inspired me.
Hope you enjoyed this quick hit, chumps and chumpettes. As always, follow our Twitter page, Turn Me Loose Pod, and you can find every quick hit and video on our YouTube page, Turn Me Loose Podcast. Like and subscribe.